This week's Piltch Point with Avram Piltch is proudly powered by PureVPN. The best way to protect your privacy online is with PureVPN. You can hide your online activities, say goodbye to regional restrictions, and improve your streaming quality. Plus, it's available for almost all of your devices, and you can get a special price and a 31-day money-back guarantee by going to pilchpoint.live/PureVPN. So, obviously, we mentioned it earlier. It's the end of the year. It's the holidays.
Yep.
We've got lots of gift stuff going on. So what have you got for us tonight, Avram?
So, it's the end of the year, and at Tom's Hardware, we took this opportunity to round up the 15 best new products of the year, best in terms of innovation, value, just really leading in their category. And we have this Best of 2020 awards on tomshardware.com, so I won't tell you all of them, but let's talk about some of the highlights. So obviously components are a big focus for us, and this was a great year for CPUs and GPUs. Our pick for the best CPU was the AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. Now, all of the Ryzen 5, all the Ryzen 5000 series chips are great. They are very power efficient, have lots of instructions per clock cycle, which means you're getting more for every megahertz. They're great new architecture. At $300, the Ryzen 5 5600X is fantastic, not only for multitasking with 6 cores and 12 threads, but also for gaming. And it actually outperforms Intel's 10-core, 20-thread Core i9 10900K at 1080p gaming. So this 7-nanometer chip is really good. Graphics cards, there's been an embarrassment of riches this year, although you can't. It's hard to get them.
Right.
But if you could get them, we really like the Nvidia RTX 3080. For what you pay, you're getting really, really strong gaming performance, good enough to play really well at 2K and even decently at 4K if you could get it around $700. It's also been a great year for monitors. There were so many good ones. But this is the year that we actually saw monitors go all the way up to 360 hertz. So if you are playing games at high frame rates and you want your monitor to sync with it, our pick for monitor of the year is the Asus ROG Swift PG259QN. This is a 360 hertz monitor. So you can play it up to 360 FPS using G-Sync, using NVIDIA G-Sync, and you could, so if you're a professional esports gamer, that kind of thing might matter to you because it will give you more visibility into, you're, doing an FPS, like shooting something that's going really fast in front of you. That is really impressive. This was also a good year for gaming monitors gaming laptops. Asus, again, their ROG Zephyrus G14 is a really fantastic value and fantastic laptop for it uses an AMD Ryzen 4900HS chip. You rarely see before this year. You rarely saw really good AMD gaming laptops. But this is one. Great screen, NVIDIA 2060 graphics. So really good gaming laptop. This is also a year of faster and faster SSDs. If you have an AMD system, a recent AMD system, you can use PCIe Gen 4, meaning you can get much faster SSDs. And the best one you can get came out this year, the Samsung 980 Pro. This can give you 7 gigabytes a second of read or write speed. So that will just blow you away. And it's not that crazy expensive. $229 for the 1 terabyte. So you're paying a bit extra, but not terribly much so considering the speed. Um, Also, obviously, this was a great year for consoles. And there were two major ones that came out: the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X. We think the Xbox Series X, because of the integration with Game Pass, is the better of the two, but they're both really good. And it also obviously was a good year for maker and computer learning products. Uh, the best computer for kids of the year, I actually have in my drawer here somewhere, is the Raspberry Pi 400. This system here, which is a Raspberry Pi 4 built into the keyboard with all of the ports on the back. And you can get this for $100. Well, you can get it for less than $100, but the $100 kit gives you everything you need to get started, including the book on how to use it and program, and a mouse and cable and the power cable and all that stuff. So it's a great starting point for kids who are learning how to program. So that's pretty cool. So that's just a quick breeze through our list of 15 great products. Definitely check it out on tomshardware.com. Our best of 2020 awards.
And I know you didn't mention it, but one of the products that we did an episode on of the Piltch Point is on here, the Braincraft Hat for the Raspberry
Pi. Yes, I love that thing. I was thinking about whether to mention that or the other thing, but I know we've beaten people over the head with it before, but I have it here in my drawer. Really cool.
Yeah.
Good for learning AI stuff, good for doing AI modeling. That's another thing on my list to play with more over the break. So that there's an embarrassment of riches of cool things to play with.
I'm still scanning down the list. It's interesting. The sister motherboard to the one that's powering the show right now is also on your list. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good motherboards. Our favorite of the year is the ASRock X570 PG Velocita. Mm-hmm. Really nice RGB, great performance. So there's obviously been a lot of great tech this year. The only problem was getting a hold of it, but hopefully at least some of these things you'll be able to buy right now, and others put on your watch list for later.
Yeah, I think as far as gadgets have been concerned this year, especially components, that's been the theme of the second half of 2020, is just put it on your watch list, and maybe you'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I mean it goes for all kinds of products. It's not only the major ones like CPU and GPU. It's webcams.
Yeah, we saw that early in the year.
It's everything.
Yeah, well.
I think it's still going on.
At least
I think it's a little better the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, at least we're starting to see some like official response on the big box stuff, right? Walmart canceled like 2 million pre-orders or something on scalpers on the PlayStation 5, I think. So yeah, we're starting to see some response to it, but it's still hard to find these things. So it is what it is. Manufacturing. Nothing has been easy this year, and manufacturing is no different. Even Apple was 6 weeks late on the new iPhones, which is unheard of. So, been a weird year for lots of things, hardware being no exception. Well, Avram, That's a great list. I have interacted with a number of them, either through you, through the Piltch Point this year, which is fun, or physically here in the studio. So that's it's always fun to see something that you have hit a best of list. Means you made a good decision. So as always, thanks for bringing that to us, and I want to thank you, as always, for the last year of really great topics. We've talked about some really cool stuff this year, and some really unfortunate but helpful topics, like having to build a home office on almost the spur of the moment. You know, we've had to get into some weird topics, but you know, I think we've had some really great topics on the Piltch Point this year. So as always, thank you, Avram.
Oh, well, thank you. It's always a pleasure.
All right, and for those of you who are watching this kind of in time, this is our last Piltch Point of the year, and we will be back with the Piltch Point just in time for CES 2021, which is so weird to say because we won't be together, but we will be making the virtual platform work. You know, it'll be similar to a normal show for us, as far as our pre-show is concerned. So we will see you back in 2021.
It'll be easier now because I won't have to, run back to my hotel room or anything.
Yeah, right.
Not going anywhere.
Yeah,
won't have a problem doing it the Sunday before.
True, that's true. And
if you want to, I won't have a problem. And
I will get to sit in this chair over there with the new backdrop, and it'll be a pretty normal show. So anyway, we will see our viewers back in 2021. Hello YouTube, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Piltch Point with Avram Piltch. If you did, please subscribe to our channel, and of course hit the notification bell, since subscriptions don't mean much on YouTube anymore. And if you've got topics you'd like us to discuss in the future, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. If you don't want to follow us on YouTube, that's okay. There's a lot of other ways that you can follow our content. You can find all of that by going to plughitslive.com/subscribe. There you'll see all of our shows and all the different ways that you can watch, listen, and follow along.